I was up in Scotland where we lived, my mum's place, and I think Gaia was about 5. And she was little, and I know that she was little because she was in the nightie. I can remember the nightie she was wearing. Anyway, it was late. It wasn't late. It was late for her. It was like 8 o'clock, and there was this thunderous knocking on the door. And our place is absolutely in the middle of nowhere. And I thought, who's that? No one else was there. My mum was not there. Greg wasn't there. I think he must have been working. And so I came downstairs, followed by this little person in her nightie, in my pyjamas, and there was a vast and quite good-looking policeman in the porch. And so I opened the door to him and said, "What is it?" And he said, "Oh, Mr. Thompson, it was very difficult to find." And I said, "Yes, that's the idea. What's up?" And he said, "Well, we had a strange call from a woman this afternoon, but I've not been able to find you. But she said that you had an intruder on your land earlier on today." And I said, "Really?" Thinking, oh, how awful. Although our land there's no law of trespass in Scotland, people can come and go as they please. So I wasn't thinking, oh God, it's a man in the iron mask or anything. But I just did think, what do you mean? He says, well, yeah, she saw a naked fellow coming up the sheep field this afternoon. I said, a naked fellow? When? What time? I was getting slightly concerned. She said, it was about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Naked man about 50 years old. And I thought, oh, this is just a nightmare. There's a naked man outside behind a bush. He's going to jump me as soon as this policeman leaves and kill us both. Anyway, my daughter at this point said, Mum, wasn't that when you had your skinny dip? I said, what? My what? And of course, everything started to fall into place. And I thought, what am I going to do? Am I going to say, I think that she might have been referring to me, because if so, he's going to think that my boobs have dropped so low that they, from far away, they read as testicles, you know? Or what, am I going to show him my boobs and say, look, they're not that bad? Am I going to say, I actually know exactly who it was. It was my friend who comes to swim naked near our house every so often, just for fun. Anyway, I don't know how I got out of it, but this policeman was sent off, and I had to say to my daughter, next time, just don't say anything. Don't mention any of my health regime habits to the police when they come. Would just keep it quiet, you know, because I don't think people should really know.
See,
about
that was
these
worth
things.
telling again.